Good morning. This is the SMB IT Newscast for January 6, 2016. My name is David. I'm with Interwest IT, and the topic that we're going to look at today is how to manage credentials across the various web, social media, email, and other kinds of accounts that all businesses, particularly small businesses, struggle with. Um, Oftentimes, when we're asked to come in and work on a project for small organizations, access to the services that are subscribed over the internet is difficult to obtain. It's very time consuming and sometimes very stressful to reobtain those credentials, especially in situations where people have gone missing for one reason or another from the organization, and we're rescuing essentially the online or the web presence of these agencies. Our recommendation is that you choose something in the cloud to take care of those credentials. And in a short breath, I can recommend a particular service called PassPack.com. This is the most secure place I can think of, and it also provides for sharing these credentials amongst the users or agencies even that are providing services. That you might be able to use that back end in order to securely share those credentials and avoid having to transmit things via email. Another way to do it is, and it's pretty secure, is to use something like Google and their hosted services, particularly the Google Drive and Google Documents. You can set up a document online within your account, and you can share it with specific people. And you can give them rights and privileges over that file for viewing or for editing and commenting and things like that. We've found this to be a much more easy and understandable way for small organizations to maintain this kind of documentation. Anyway, at the beginning of any process, we have to first be able to access the services, whether it would be a GoDaddy account for domain management, some sort of web hosting company to work on a website, or FTP credentials in order to move information up and down from a website, or even things like Facebook profiles and stuff like that that have been established on behalf of the business by former employees or by current employees who may not keep track of their own credentials very well. A second portion of this, not only having to do with records management, but has to do with security management in the sense that these credentials need to change on a periodic basis, at least once a year, if not twice a year. Every couple of quarters, we should be updating passwords in all of these accounts. And this provides a means of not only recording which accounts we're actually using, but reviewing those accounts to make sure that their passwords have been updated and recorded again. And in that process, you can also roll in things like making sure that the contact information is updated, telephone numbers are updated, credit card and billing information is updated as well. So in the interests of business continuity, some of these best practices are, business operations 101. And these two tools are the ones that I think are most easy to use. Google hosted services in the form of Google Documents online at the Google Drive is very inexpensive. And PassPack.com is free up to, I think it's 1,000 actual stored credentials. And PassPack.com also has the ability to share in its own secure, hyper-secure environment passwords amongst different users of PassPack. So there you have it in less than 5 minutes for today. This is our first installment of the SMB IT newsletter from Interwest IT in January. Look forward to seeing you next week. God bless. Have a great day. It's 12th night, by the way. Last night.